Hello guys, Zaaif here, and today I will show you my list of items that I'm going to stockpile before Shadowlands. I will also show the locations where you can farm those items, but I won't go into details. Some of the farms are explained on my channel already, the other ones I will show soon. Links to the ones that I already covered are in the description. I want to remind that there's a monthly giveaway on my channel, and if you want to participate, check the requirements in the description. Also, in the description you can find links where you can buy cheap game time, and also pre-order Shadowlands, so guys, go and check it out. If you have any other items that I didn't mention in this video, you can share them in the comments. This video will be quite long, so let's start with the vanilla items first, and with the number 1. I decided to split this video into two parts. Second one will come out tomorrow, and you will be able to find it in the first line of the description. Dark Runes. You can farm them in Eastern Kingdoms, Eastern Plaguelands, in the Coring's Crossing. They drop from Dark Summoners, Casters and Vile Tutors. Those mobs hyperspawn, and this spot is meant to be farmed in a group. If you're looking for people to farm together, you can join my Discord server, link is in the description. If you want to farm solo, I would recommend leaving two characters, one on war mode on and one on war mode off, and kill the group of mobs down here around this cauldron few times a day. They don't hyperspawn, so you will have to wait for their respawn. Next are Fellcloths and Mooncloths. You can farm Fellcloths in Eastern Kingdoms, Swamp of Sorrows, around those two small lakes. You need to kill those misty grails, and they have about 10% chance to drop them. They hyperspawn, so you should farm them in a group. If you are a tailor, you can craft some Mooncloths from them. Number 3. Breath of the Wind, Elemental Air and Essence of Air. Those three items drop from Frenzied Cyclones in Old Darkshore. Those mobs also hyperspawn, so the best way to farm would be in a 5-man group. Number 4. Essence of Water. The best spot to farm them is in Eastern Kingdoms, Stranglethorn Vale, on this little island full of lesser water elementals. They also have a chance of dropping two zone-specific pets, Hyacinth Macaw and Razashi Hatchling. They hyperspawn, farm in a group. Number 5. Guardian Stones. They can be farmed in Kalimdor, on Goro Crater, around this cave and inside it. High drop chance and hyperspawn, again, farm in a 5-man group. Number 6. Wildvine. Eastern Kingdoms, Stranglethorn Vale, Ruins of Zul'Mamve. They drop only from Skull Splitter Witch Doctors, but they share spawn points with the other mobs in the area. So if you want to hyperspawn them, you will have to kill everything. Again, farm in 5-man group. Number 7. Shadow Silk. Can be farmed in Kalimdor, Darksfallow Marsh, around entrance to this cave and inside it. Drop from Dark Mist Silk Spinners. Also hyperspawn, farm in a group. Now we are moving to the skinning. And the first ladder is the Virzal ladder. Can be farmed in Kalimdor on Goro Crater, right here, and drops from that Devil's Hour Queen. She has short respawn timer, so you just have to camp her. I made a video about that farm, where I show a trick that can double the amount of leather that you can get in an hour. Number 9. Black Whelp Scales. They drop from Ebon Whelps when skinned in Eastern Kingdoms, wetlands. Very high % chance of dropping, so you'll need an only hour to get enough of them. Also, I have a guide on that farm. They have a chance of dropping Dark Whelpling Battle Pet, but that's not a very good spot to farm it. Number 10. Warbear Leather can be farmed in Eastern Kingdoms, Badlands, in Tainted Forest, and drops from Tainted Black Bears. Also, there's a guide on my channel. Next are Arcane Crystals that can be farmed around Badlands and Dustfallow Marsh and drop from Thorium Veins. Also, they can be turned to Arcanite bars through alchemy transmutation. Before you transmute them, get yourself Transmutation Master to have a chance to create multiple bars from one crystal. Number 12. Dark iron ores. They can be farmed inside molten core and turned into dark iron bars. Make sure to don't kill any boss, because then you won't be able to reset the instance. Now I'll cover pets, and we are starting with the Crimson Whelpling that can be farmed in Eastern Kingdom's wetlands on this road, and you can drop it from those Ebon slave hunters and whelp stealers. I have a guide about that farm on a channel. Number 14. Emerald Whelpling can be farmed in Kalimdor, Feralas, right here. You can get this from the Noxious Whelps. Those mob hyperspawn, so it's better to farm in a group. Number 15. Bronze Whelpling. You can farm that in Eastern Kingdom's Badlands in Orkillon Hold. Make sure those mobs are level 90. If they not, you have to change the phase by talking with Zidormi. Again, hyperspawn, farm in a group. Number 16. Dark Whelpling. You can farm him in Eastern Kingdom's Blasted Lands, on the right side of the new Kargat. It drops from all of those Naxondra's broodlings. It has a fairly high chance of dropping, so if you're farming in a group, you can expect to get few of them in an hour. Again, hyperspawn. Number 17. Azure Whelpling. Drops from ice avatars in Kalimdor, Winter Spring, inside this canyon. Those mobs also drop lots of good transmog pieces and essence of water. Hyperspawn, farm in a group. Black Tabby Cat, Eastern Kingdoms, Hillsbrad Foothills, drops from those Stormpike's engineers. Again, group farming. Those mobs are friendly with the Alliance, so there's a second spot. You have to kill those gnolls on the farm in this place. Both spots should be farmed in a group. Number 19. Parrot Cage and Razashi Hatchling. That's the same spot in Stranglethorn Vale as the one for the Essence of Water. Now we're moving to the Burning Crusade, and we are starting with the reputation items. Marks of Sargeras, Kil'jaeden, and Fell Armaments. They all can be obtained on Outland in Shadowmoon Valley, in the Legion Hold. They drop from those Shadow Council Warlocks, hyperspawn, farm in a group. Also, I have a guide about that on the channel. Number 21. Dampscale Basilisk's Eyes. Outland Terracar Forest around this lake. They drop from those Dampscale Basilisks, and they also hyperspawn, so you can farm them in a group. Now let's move to the Primals. And let's start with the Primal Fire. Should be farmed in Hellfire Peninsula on the throne of Kil'jaeden. It drops from those incandescent fell sparks. Again, hyperspawn, farm in a group. Number 23. There are two ways to farm Primal Water. If you want to farm it solo, you have to go to the Shadowmoon Valley and enter the Black Temple raid. Then kill all of the Aqueous spawns and lords. Loot them and reset the instance. You can't kill any boss, because then you won't be able to reset the instance. If you want to farm that in a group, head over to the Koliskar Point in Shadowmoon Valley and kill Enraged Water Spirits. They do hyperspawn. Primal Life can be farmed in Zangar Marsh, in the lagoon, on those two small islands. You have to kill here those lagoon walkers. They do hyperspawn, so I would recommend to farm them in at least 2-player group. So every mob on those two islands is killed. This one can also be done solo, but I expect to get way less primal lives. Primal Air can be farmed in Shadowmoon Valley around those mountains and drop from Enraged Air Spirits. There's also another spot that can be hyperspawned and should be farmed in a group, and it is here. Primal Shadow can be farmed on the edge in Hellfire Peninsula. You have to kill those mobs that are coming out of the portals. So if you have at least one player under every portal and you kill all of the mobs that are moving around, they will spawn like crazy exactly under the portal. So I recommend to farm in a group. Primal Mana. Netherstorm on this island in Kurin Var village. And it drops from all of the mobs you can find here, Mana Seekers and Mage Slayers. Those mobs hyperspawn, so farm in a group of 5. If you have alchemy, you can transmute all of those primals to the primal might. Remember to do that with the transmute master to have a chance for extra procs. Thank you guys for watching.